Hey everyone, and welcome to YarnGasm. I'm Kristen, and this is episode 70. It actually occurred to me before that I started vidcasting the weekend before last St. Patrick's Day, so it's a 1 year vidcast anniversary, whatever you want to call it. So I can't believe it. We made it to a whole year, and I've been podcasting for about maybe I think 3 years. So yay, I guess. Thank you so much, guys. I mean, just, I have to thank you for, staying with me and enjoying the show. And even if you're just tuning in this week, welcome. I hope you enjoy it and let the fun continue. So, yay, a year of vidcasting, still going strong. So, that said, it is St. Patrick's Day, and I'm only a quarter Irish. I don't really celebrate the holiday. I'm not decked out in green or anything. So I don't really do that. I don't know. I can't explain it. But that doesn't mean that I got my St. Patrick's Day on, this weekend. Because last night, I actually baked a couple of cupcakes. And they weren't your usual innocent cupcakes. I'm sorry. No. They were chocolate cupcakes chocolate cupcakes infused with some Irish whiskey, a little bit, and then into the icing, I whipped some Bailey's Irish cream, just a little bit to give it that hint of flavor. And I made some for Dennis to take with him to give to his band today because he's been out recording an album with his band this whole weekend. So yeah, he's been pretty much MIA. But he was gone a whole weekend, a couple weekends ago, but I actually really enjoy some alone time. It's been nice. Not to say that I don't miss him. I miss him crazy, but I'm just saying it's like after, working all week and everything, I appreciate alone time for me to just kind of get my craft on, not feel bad about, not that I feel bad, but just, really just crafting the hell out of the weekend. And I love doing that. So, which is great. But anyway, so yes, I have this whole weekend to myself to just craft, bake, do whatever I want, no obligations. It's wonderful. So, but yeah, back to St. Patrick's Day cupcakes and whatnot. So I made the cupcakes, and then I made some Irish coffee to go with the cupcakes, I guess. Or when Dennis came home, he had something to enjoy. So I made some of that, and yeah, so it was very, I'll put the recipe up if you guys are interested in the show notes. But to make Irish coffee, you need to make simple syrup with I use demerara sugar, and then of course you have to have Irish whiskey in there, and then some hot coffee, and then some chilled cream whipped with some more Baileys. So I utilized all my ingredients this weekend, as you can see. Sorry, my camera's getting all jumpy again. But so yeah, anyway. What else? Oh, and tonight I'm making Irish stew. So yes, it is indeed St. Patrick's Day in my house. um, so yeah, very, very exciting. So yeah, on to the knitting. Let's see. Show notes, handy. Let's see, yes, we covered that. Off the needles. This is not news because last weekend I showed you the River Cat socks, which were hypothetically done. Well, they are officially done. Hang on, sorry for going off screen, off camera. Where did that sock go? Here it is. Okay. So this is my grandmother's finished second sock. She has a pair now. She has one. I will see her in a couple weeks, and I will give her her second sock. Thankfully, it's still a little chilly out, so she can still get some good use out of them. But this is the pattern's River Cat. It's a free pattern on nitty.com. Several years ago, I think. Maybe there's spring. I forget which one, but I will link to it. Really enjoyable pattern. I think it just got a little crazy because I was cast on with 72 stitches, and she does have look at that. She's a size 9. She's got a long foot, but a nice foot at that. So the sock yarn that I used was Blue Moon Fiber Arts Socks That Rock, lightweight, in the Green That Sings colorway. It's a very lovely color. Would definitely recommend it if you're a green person. And oh, St. Patrick's Day. It's green. Green socks. Haha. I'm not going to get pinched. Oh God, I can't believe I just said that. Okay, so yeah. Grandmother's second sock will be gifted to her when I see her next time. So unfortunately, that's all that I have off my needles this week. On the needles, however, I still have my Flannery socks by Spilly Jane. And what a coincidence. It's kind of like an Irish name too, right? Flannery? Cables? Oh yeah. I'm sticking with the theme this week, guys. I don't know what it is. So yeah, this is the Flannery sock pattern by Spilly Jane. It's for sale on Ravelry. You can download it. And she's known for all her really quirky, fun, Fair Isle, I'm sorry, Intarsia stranded knitting. She does a lot of gnomes, a lot of snails, really fun stuff. I highly recommend you check out her stuff, her patterns. But this is one of her cabled patterns, and it looks tough, but this is such an enjoyable, easy to memorize pattern. It's literally autopilot knitting for me. Occasionally, like when it has like a couple twisty cables in there, but there you go. But super easy to memorize. You know, just when I'm doing those, I have to look down, but otherwise, smooth sailing. And of course, I'm using my signatures, my US ones. And as I mentioned last week, I'm really enjoying knitting this sock with my signatures. Normally, I'm not too big of a fan of the signatures because they're so pointy and I find myself stabbing myself with them. But so far, I really like using them with Blue Moon Fiber Arts sock bases. It's just a sturdy yarn, it doesn't split, and I have a firm enough grip on them when I knit on them that I'm not stabbing myself. So, which is good. It's always good not to stab yourself with your knitting needles, right? And usually I'm a big fan of like the magic loop method, but these are just sticking around. So I just, I said, hey, what the hey, I'm just going to knit on some DPNs and call it a day. So yeah. And the colorway is Blue Moon Fiber Arts Socks That Rock Lightweight in their Blecker colorway, which I ordered 4 more skeins of because the color is so lovely. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, it's just this light muted purple, lavender, and a hint of like mocha brown. So pretty. And I used Dennis's, the gift certificate that Dennis got me for my birthday to order 4 skeins of this because I'm going to be knitting a breezy cardigan by Hannah Feddick, and I cannot wait. So it's going to be great, like summer wrap thing that I can take with me to Cape Cod because I know the Cape Cod trips are just right around the corner, so super excited. Yay. And I got 2 more skeins of something else, which I will show you when they get there. I stalked my the progress of that order, and it has shipped, so super excited. Well, lots of things to talk about, guys, this week, so I'm just warning you. It's probably going to be another long episode, so that could be a good thing. That could be a, really? But, hey, you've been warned. Guys, I just want to apologize for my camera. The jumpiness. I think I'm just going to have to live with it for now. I don't know what's going on, but bear with me. I'll try to cut out as much of it as I can. Next up on the needles is my vanilla socks. Because, of course, you've always got to have a pair of vanilla socks on the go, right? Yes. So these, as you can see, plain vanilla. Lorna's Laces shepherd sock in their Zombie BBQ colorway. Lovely colors, self-striping. I love when this happens and not when I don't expect it. I'm sure it said somewhere on the label that it was self-striping, but I don't read those things unless I have to for yardage or whatever. But I was just looking for something to cast on that's colorful, fun, and surprise, self-striping. Yeah, if you can see, it's just lovely shades of zombie green, dark green, red, and like hints of purple, which kind of matches my nail polish. Isn't that awesome? I love when that happens. So yeah, and here's the cake if you're curious how it winds up. So really fun. And I have the little label in there for safekeeping so I can find it. So yeah. And I'm just using my Knit Picks circulars. They're US 1 affixed metal circulars. So nothing fancy. So yeah, that is on the sock spectrum this week. I think I have something else. There's literally still the same pile I mentioned. The same pile I mentioned weeks ago is still sitting next to me. I need to figure something out. I was actually in the 99-cent store earlier near my apartment, and they had these really cool like mini folding baskets, and I almost got one. I had heavy bags. I didn't want to carry another thing home, so maybe I'll go out later and pick it up. But it would be perfect just to sit next to my chair and dump all this stuff in it into that basket. So I might go out later, or we'll see. Have Dennis pick it up on his way back. I don't know. But so yeah, just a lot of socks on the needles, and oh, my Soroyan. I didn't make any progress on that this week. I know. I'm dwindling again. I'm dwindling. Because I find what happens sometimes is that I get excited about a project, and as I'm knitting it, I lose interest. But I don't think that's happening with this. I just didn't have time. I honestly just didn't have time to work on it this week, and it's stuck to something. But yeah, this is the Soroyan shawl. I think it's going to go like that. Sorry for the clacking. And this is Malabrigo Twist in their Stone Chat colorway. So lots of burgundies, army green, very, very, very pretty. And this was a birthday gift, maybe like 2-3 years ago. Somebody gave to me. So I have 2 skeins of this, and I just wanted to use it. I had to get rid of it. Not get rid of it, but like it was in my stash eyeing me the whole time. I'm like, oh, I want to use it. I want to use it. And it's soft and it's worsted. But anyway, these are my Addy Turbos. I think either a size US 8 or 9. I've had these for so many years. I think these must have been like one of the first circulars that I purchased. I don't love them. Like now, using them now, I mean, they have this great floppy, not floppy, but very flexible wire. I'm pretty sure these are Addy Turbos. They look like them. And they have a pretty good join, you know, very smooth. But they're so blunt. Like the tips are just way too blunt for my liking. And they don't make knitting this especially enjoyable, because it's like they're not pointy enough where I can like easily just slip into each stitch. It's kind of like jiggle, 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 you know, but faster. I don't know if I can. That sounded really funny. But yeah, and my little stitch markers. I've got to update my Etsy shop, guys. I have not had time to make any more stitch markers, but there are still some up there if you're in the market for stitch markers. Got a couple skulls. But I'm going to be making more, and I'll talk about that later. But anyway, yes, I have to sit down, whip up some more stitch markers. I have a whole thing of new beads and everything that I want to use, so exciting. But yeah, Soroyan. What else? Dennis's Cambridge cardigan. I need to put a dent in it. I think I'm going to focus on that today. I'm going to just kind of give it some loving today. It's over there taking a nap. Hopefully it'll stay asleep until I get to it. But yeah, still I've just worked on the back. It's just a back. Still shaping the neckline, and then it'll be sleeves and the 2 front panels, and hopefully it'll be smooth sailing from there. I just need some motivation to do it. And what else? So yeah, that's pretty much what's on my needles this week. Spinning. Lots and lots of spinning. Oh my goodness. I'm getting way ahead of myself, guys, with the spinning. I mean, I love it. I love it. I never knew I could love spinning this much, but let me see. This little spool right here is the Hanks in the Hood thing that was it a bat? I don't know, but anyway, let me see. I'm still getting down the terminology. This is the center pole that I purchased from Etsy called Hanks in the Hood in their happy colorway. And it's 4.1 ounces. So I've still got a lot to plow through, and this is how much I've spun so far. Very thin, very fine, very glittery. I love it. I love it. The pink, it's kind of like a, you know, variegated orchid pink to light pink, and there's like hints of like little hints of peach in there. So I don't know if you can see it. It's really, really pretty, and I love spinning with it. Really short staple length. I don't know if I can show you. I think I showed this to you last week, but well, you know, pre-draft it a little bit. You know, that's about the staple length right there. Very short, as you can see. So, but very lovely indeed. So having fun with that. And what else? Oh, yeah, I purchased some more Etsiness last week, and right now it's getting all lower intestine-esque on me. Looks like a lower, I'm sorry, the shape of it, guys. My imagination runneth away. And this is hand-painted roving, 4 ounces, 85% BFL, 15% Tussa silk. Lovely, so soft. And it's from Greenwood Fiberworks. .etsy.com. So she has some lovely, lovely colorways. Just, again, my colors, muted purples, greens, grays. Just really soft, really pretty. And here's her label. You can see it. I have her business card somewhere. I think it's in the other room, but I forgot it. But anyway, like, I was so excited to get this in the mail, and even more excited when I opened it because she put so much effort and time into packaging this, and I just love it when I get packages from Etsy from like handcrafters and what have you, and there's just like that extra little bit of something to come along with it, you know? It makes it that much more cool, and just, you know, it makes you feel good about buying like handmade things, you know, and it's great. So I don't know, I like the extras, but anyway. So oh, and like it came with like a little personal note too, so that, you know, just it makes all the difference, just saying. Yeah, I'm just gonna wear this as a boa right now because it's awesome. Whatever. So love this. I've actually ordered some more stuff from Etsy. It's coming down the pike. Stay tuned. I don't know if I should spoil it now or tell you. I'm very excited about it. And you probably knew that it was coming down the pike. I got a trindle. I got a trindle. So excited. Cannot wait to get it. So I don't know when it's going to come, but when it gets here, I will definitely let you know. So, very excited. So I think I'm going to spin this on that. Yay. What else, spinning wise? Oh, Laura, Jinx, the hand dyer of Jinx Yarn. She is the host of The Dyer's Notebook, which is another great vidcast. I've mentioned it several times on the show. You should definitely check it out. She's actually having a dye-along and invited me to join in, and of course I would love to. It's been a while since I've actually dyed anything, but what better excuse than to join a dye-along and get into it again. Hopefully, you know, maybe just do a little dyeing fun. But yeah, and the reason why I'm mentioning that is because I'm actually spinning some roving right now that I'm going to be using for the dye-along. And this is actually roving that I bought from Brooklyn General. Here's their bag. Love the store. It's one of my favorites. If you're ever in Brooklyn, if you ever come to New York or Brooklyn, you must visit Brooklyn General. It is one of my favorite yarn shops ever. But yeah, as you can see, there's like a lot of fluff in here, fluff and fiber, that I'm using to spin the yarn. Contrary to the last bit of roving that I showed you, it has a very, very long staple length. And staple length, I don't know if you know what that means, but if you're not a spinner, you're like, what? So staple length basically is the amount of yarn between your finger. I don't know if I'm even explaining it right, but the distance from your fingers, the yarn that it takes between your fingers for it to pull apart. So right now I'm doing that pretty tightly and nothing's happening. But when I go a little bit further, see? It just comes more and more apart. And that's, staple length is good to know, like when you're drafting yarn into the wheel or drafting yarn into your drop spindle. So it's a good thing to know. So there you go. So right now it's on the wheel. I'm not going to do the whole because there's too much stuff going on around here. So I'm just gonna leave it to your imagination that yes, it's on my wheel. It's spinning up very fine. Screw it. Hang on. I'll just take it off the wheel and show you. Good. Ooh. Yeah. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Okay. So this is just my leader right here that I used to draw it into the wheel, but just very, very fine. Not too fine. It's not frog hair, but you know, that broke. But I'm probably gonna Navajo ply it and make a pair of socks out of it. Obviously, I have a lot of roving in the bag, so I do not doubt that I will have enough to make a pair of socks with this once it's all dyed and everything. And yeah, I feel like I have a boa constrictor around my neck. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's pretty much what's spinning. Oh, I actually, when I first got into spinning, I actually pinged Jasmine from the Knitmore Girls since she's an avid spinner. She's a professional at it, in my opinion. So I just kind of wanted, I was kind of shopping around for a wheel and everything. I wanted her, opinion about, what type of wheel she would recommend and everything. Just basic advice, for a newbie spinner. And she actually suggested I check out any of Judith Mackenzie's videos. And last week at work, I actually got an email from, Interweave, like we pretty much all do, about them advertising, buy her stuff, buy her stuff. It gets a little annoying, but then I noticed that they were having a sale. So the email came with the promo code. It was about, I think, 30% off your next purchase. So I was like, hey, maybe I can find a Judith video or DVD or something. So I go on there, and there's a downloadable version of her Popular Mechanics series. I think it's only 2 videos, but you can download it right there and watch it on your computer. I think originally the videos were $30, but then with the discount it was like $20. So I downloaded it immediately and watched it this weekend. It was great. It's a lot of information condensed into 2 1-hour videos, so 2 hours total, I think, plus give or minus, give or take. But yeah, it's just a lot of information condensed into these 2 videos, and it's brilliant. I mean, well, it is a lot. She has a great, she's so calming to watch, and she's very knowledgeable and everything. It's definitely not one of those things that you can watch once and be like, oh, I know how to spin now. No, it's definitely one of those things that you have to revisit over and over again. Like, not, every day or anything, but just, as you watch it once, take away what you will, apply it to your spinning, watch it again maybe a couple months later, or a year later, what have you, and you probably have enough, more, you're probably more knowledgeable, and take away, you'll know what she's talking about even more so, and then take away more information about that. And it's definitely a great reference video. I don't know if there's anything that I have to complain about it. Nothing, honestly. Like, I think it's a wonderful resource. I'd almost want it in book form, and I'm sure she has plenty of books out. I just have to find them, or I know there's one. Can't remember the name of it, but yeah, but she's great. I highly recommend you check out her stuff as well. Judith Mackenzie, Popular Spinning Mechanics, kind of like Popular Mechanics, but spinning wheels. But yeah, she takes you through all the spinning, different kinds of spinning wheels and drop spindles, and she describes, how to trick the wheel to do what you would need it to do, but how you as a person cannot change the way you spin. Maybe like your technique, yes, but the way you're wired, you can't change. If you're doing, if you got the motions down, there's nothing you can change about yourself. It's the wheel, getting the wheel to do what you need it to do. And yeah, I only good things to say about it. So do check that out. What else? Oh, and I did buy a book about drop spindling. I'm sure many of you who drop spindle already have this. I bought it used on Amazon. Respect the Spindle by Abby Franquemont. I think that's how you say it. And it's just really great. lots of pictures, lots of, you know, gorgeous, gorgeous photography in here. And again, very informative. There are even some patterns in the back, which gets me really excited to finish some spinning so I can actually knit something with it. That's going to be really fun. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Once, you know, I'm looking forward to spinning my last hand spun, my very first technical successful hand spun. Where is it? Where'd you go? Hello. Sorry. Kind of looking around for it. Poking around. Here we go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, my first hand spun. Very excited to cast this on. I just don't know what I want to knit with it. I'm thinking a hat, but I don't know. I guess it could work. I don't usually wear like colorful hats, but I may just have to do something with this. Maybe a cowl. I don't know. I've been browsing the Ravelry, so we'll see what happens. And this one, if you're curious, was from Heavenly Wools. Here's her card. And she's from New Zealand, and she dies. Let me see. These are stuff. Oxford, New Zealand, and she just has these lovely, wonderful colorways. So I'll stick that in here, like I do, and yeah. But yeah, respect the spindle. I haven't really had a chance to, I haven't read the whole thing, but I've just been really enjoying flipping through it, reading little blips and blurbs, and just coming away with, you know, helpful tidbits. And she has like really great demonstrations on like how to hold your drop spindle and like just techniques and whatnot. But again, like honestly, I'm more of I need to actually see somebody doing it, and photos for me, just, this is just me personally, like I found the YouTube videos to be a lot more helpful in, you know, learning how to drop spindle. And she actually has some of, you know, Abby Franquemont, you know, herself drop spindling, which I find to be way more helpful than just looking at photos. Same with the Navajo plying. Like, you can look at a bunch of photos, but you actually need to I need to see somebody doing it with their hands. But yeah, otherwise, this has lots of great information. Definitely check it out. It's very helpful. I recommend that everybody, again, I didn't read the whole thing, but just having it in my, you know, knitting library and spinning library, it's great. It's totally invaluable. So check it out. What else? What else? Pretty sure there was something else. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Nitty Spring and Summer is out. If you guys are curious, go check it out. I took a look at it. Nothing really jumped out at me except a tank top. Let me see. You've probably seen it. The Ethereal tank top by Jamie Bissell, and it's like, I'm not one for knitted tank tops. I don't know, but I just saw this and it spoke to me, and I wanted to cast on immediately, but I stopped myself because for one, I don't have enough yarn right now. I think you need at least 2 skeins of lace or fingering weight to knit it, and 2, I've just got other stuff that I have to finish first. So I put a break on it for now. What else? Oh, I started cross-stitching, or dabbling in cross-stitch. I know. I have to stop. I have to stop with the extracurricular hobbies. But yeah, I am getting my cross-stitch on because I blogged about this a while ago, a couple days ago actually, that, as you can see, there's nothing interesting happening in the background here, and that kills me. I wish it was more than just a gray wall and this makeshift bit of loveliness here. I just want something else to be going on in the background, as well as with the other parts of our home. I mean, there are things on the wall, but we're not satisfied with the way they look, and it's pretty sparse. So I was just like, I walked by the bathroom door the other day, and I'm like, I want to put a cross stitch up on there. It needs something funny or quirky or inviting, just like anything. It needs personality. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get some cross stitch material, see what happens, and we'll go from there. So I've just been kind of dabbling a little bit. I guess I'll show you guys. Yeah, here we go. I made a frame. So far, I'm working on the frame. It's not that difficult. I mean, it takes time. It's not as, for me, it's not as gratifying as knitting or spinning. It's a little more tedious, in my humble opinion, but I think I want to go on a smaller scale. But this I want to put like in the kitchen. It's actually going to be a quote from Portlandia. I don't know if you guys watch the show. It's hilarious. Me and Dennis love it. It's got the guy from Saturday Night Live in it, and one of the ex-bandmates from Sleater-Kinney. I can't remember their names because, hey, hello, bad at names. But it's a show that's not exactly for everybody, not for children. It kind of makes fun of the hipster culture, if you will, which, you know, Brooklyn is very much a hipster culture. I mean, we've got plenty. Probably don't need more, but, you know, they exist elsewhere, namely in Portland, and Portlandia definitely celebrates that aspect of it and really makes fun of it. And there's one skit in there when they go, we can pickle that. Like, they literally pickle everything because, yes, you go to farmers markets and there's your stand and everything's pickled, and the skit is hilarious. Look it up on YouTube. I'll see if I can post a link to it in the show notes, but it's funny. Like, we can pickle that. So ironically, I found a cross-stitch pattern that says we can pickle that. So I think it was like $5 on, I can't remember the website. Let me see if I have it up. I don't think I do. No, I don't. But anyway, really funny. Cannot wait to put it in the kitchen. Dennis thought it was hilarious. But otherwise, I want to make a whole bunch of smaller ones just to, because I got these frames on sale. These little tiny, aren't they adorable? Look at them, little tiny frames. And I haven't a clue what to do with them, other than like slap some Instagram photos in here, but I have some in different colors and sizes. They're really pretty, and I just thought it'd be cool to just put some cross stitch in there, and, you know, little quirky little animals or sayings. I don't know, something. So yeah, that's a project, side project, like I usually have going on. So we'll see. But yeah, other than that, I think that's the end of the show. I've got stew to make, guys. I'm gonna make it in the crock pot. I love my crock pot. I made Italian in the crock pot last night. It came out amazing. So, but yeah. Let me see. I'm sure there's something else I wanted to talk about, like just randomness. I finished watching Pretty Little Liars, which I've been watching religiously while either spinning or working on my grandmother's sock. It just kept me going. I am sad that I am done with season 1 and season 2, and now I have to wait like a whole year to watch the next one. Same thing with like Vampire Diaries and everything. Why am I mentioning this? I don't know, but you know, in case you're looking for something to watch while you're either knitting or spinning, highly recommend Pretty Little Liars and yes, Vampire Diaries. Weeds season 8 came out on Netflix recently. So I've been watching, now I'm using that to So now I'm watching that while I knit and do everything. So yeah, definitely recommend those. Check them out. I know I posted something on my blog a couple weeks ago that I was setting a goal for myself to just write 15-minute posts. Take 15 minutes out of my day. I don't care how tired I am, just to write in my blog, post a photo or something, what have you. I'm trying. I did 2 posts consecutively in 2 days, and then I haven't written anything in the past 2 days. So, yeah. I'm not one for obligations and commitments when it comes to that stuff, so I'm going to try. I'm going to try to, just publish something frequently, because I just don't want it to be like, hey, check out my latest episode type thing. I want it to be a place where you can read and just, I want it to be more than that, just a video blog or whatever, because it's just more fun. I love going to blogs and where there's a lot of things to do and check out. So yeah, that's just a couple little housekeeping notes there. So stay tuned. Nothing, Crazy. And that's all the time we have for this week. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, show notes over on my blog, voolenvine.com. You'll see the credits at the end of the show. So thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful, happy, and safe St. Patrick's Day if you celebrate. If not, enjoy the grub, enjoy the grog, what have you. And yeah, I will see you next time. Happy knitting, everybody. Bye.